It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hold up!
Save and invest. Save and invest. Many of you know that I've been involved with a company called Karatbars International, basically where we take our depreciating paper dollars and we exchange them for gold, 24 karat gold. But I want to issue a challenge today. We know that the holidays is coming up, the biggest shopping day of the year is coming up, and I want to challenge us this year to cut back on whatever it is, cut in half whatever you are planning on spending for the holidays and save and invest. Just say, hey, look, we're not spending anything this holiday season. We're going to take this money and we're going to save it and we're going to invest it in a wonderful opportunity that is going to help us to have some of the most wonderful Christmas of our lifetime, the rest of our life. But in wealth building, we have to be willing to sacrifice, and especially when it comes to us as being consumers and having a poverty mindset. In order to come out of the poverty mindset, we got to do some things differently. It first starts by being able to listen to those who have incorporated wealth principles in their life and has made a difference in their life as far as their finances is concerned, not only for the present but for the future as well. So what I'm challenging everyone to do is to basically we have a cryptocurrency. Many of you may not know what cryptocurrency is, but if I say Bitcoin, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, there are many different cryptocurrencies that are out here, and so you got to make sure you get the right one. And I believe that the one that we have in Karatbars International, the KBC and the KCB, is the top of the line. Why do I say that? Why do I believe that wholeheartedly? Well, for one simple fact, that our cryptocurrency is the only one that's backed by gold. That's right, gold. And the only way to understand that is you have to remember a time when the dollar was backed by gold. All right, any of y'all old enough to remember when the dollar was backed by gold? Back during that time, you could get a lot for $1. Today, you can't hardly get anything for $1. My great-granddaddy used to give us 4 and 5 cents just to go check the mailbox and go get the newspaper for him. And we thought we was rich because we know that we could go to the store with a nickel and just rack up on some candy. You know, today you can't even get a piece of candy for a nickel today in the store. Why? Because there's nothing backing the dollar. And that's why we say it really don't make sense to save paper money in a bank. Now, let me be clear when I say this, because some people say, well, since you don't want your cash, give it to me, right? That's not what we're talking about. We know that cash is currency. We do need it to pay our bills and things of that nature. So as far as any emergency funds, sure, you want to have some cash on hand, but we're talking about saving for the future. We're talking about saving for the future. We do not want to save our money in cash. Why? Because the Federal Reserve tells us that cash is a liability. So why hang on to something that's a liability that doesn't have value? There's something that's eating at our dollars every day. It's called inflation. For those of us who have 401ks and all of this good stuff, there's some disturbing realizations that a lot of people who are retiring are waking up to a nightmare that what they thought they had in their retirement is not what's there. Listening to one of my financial advisors, which I'm not one, I only share tidbits of information and my experience, but that you would have to have at least $1 million saved up in order to live off of that, let's say $50,000 a year. Hopefully you don't outlive that. But the fact of the matter is many of us don't have that kind of money saved up. Not only for when we retire, but let's just say, for instance, you get injured or something and you can't perform the duties that you used to do, which means now you have to depend on disability, which the current administration in the White House is trying to cut out Social Security, disability, Medicare, Medicaid. So the thing is, what is your backup plan? We can't put our faith in saving dollar bills for what many have termed to be a rainy day. We're looking at starting to save for what we call a sunny day. We're planning for good things in the latter part of our life. But we have one of our affiliates who, lady, she's 70 years old. She recently just retired, and what she discovered, that what she thought was in her 401k was not there, and it was a big chunk of money that was actually missing. All right, and so she heard about Karatbars International and the things that we have to offer over here, and she stepped out on faith and got her one of what we call our multi-combo packs, and she's good because it's just a matter of time that when the value of our coin goes up, we're going to be set. It's going to be a lot of more free people. I think one of the things I heard just recently, that Bitcoin created 23,000 plus millionaires simply because they decided to take some of their money and to invest it into what we call cryptocurrency. And when the value of it shot up, which it went all the way to $20,000 with nothing backing it. Now, hear me when I say this. It went to $20,000 a coin when back then when they first got started, the coin was, you can get a coin for like 8, 9, 10 cents a coin. So you imagine the people that took advantage of a coin at that value, and when it went to $20,000. Yep, that's right. There's a millionaire. There's some folks billionaires right now because they took advantage of an opportunity. And so I'm extending this opportunity to you as well, that if you want to change your financial future, if you want to, if you don't, just continue doing the things that you've been doing. I'm talking to the people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, people who are tired of going to a 9-to-5 job day after day, those who are working 2 jobs, those who are working 3 jobs and still not getting ahead, still short at the end of the month. These are the people that I'm talking to. But if you love your job, you know what I mean, you satisfied with just being able to pay your bills every month, I'm not talking to you. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm talking to those who have been praying for a financial blessing, for a financial miracle, those who are just tired of the status quo. You are who I'm talking to. You are who I'm talking to right now. Look, you can register for your free gold savings account, and we can get you started showing you step by step, and you're in total control of everything. You're in total control of everything at all times. All right, and so, but you got to register first. You got to register for your free gold savings account, and then we'll show you step by step how money is made. We'll show you step by step personal development. We'll show you step by step financial education, the type of financial education that the wealthy get. All right, so in order to move or graduate from a poverty level, you got to change your educational system. You got to get out the financial education that they've given out for those who are in poverty and those who are middle class, those who are happy about a credit score. And the only thing a credit score means is I just qualify for more debt. That's all a high credit score is for, to qualify for more debt. So we're working on trying to set people free from this debt system and helping people to achieve financial freedom. You are who we are talking to. So if that's you, I challenge you to take whatever it is that you are going to or that you are planning on spending for the holiday season. Take that money, save it, and invest it so that this time next year when Christmas come around, you'll have the greatest Christmas of a lifetime. You won't be struggling trying to figure out how you're going to bless your kids during Christmas time. Not only will you be able to bless your family and your household, but you'll be able to bless your cousins, your nieces and nephews. Some of y'all got great nieces and great nephews. You know what I mean? That sometimes we be feeling bad. I know I feel bad because I don't have the money to buy all of my nieces and nephews things and all of my cousins. I've never been able to do that. Never been able to do that. But this time next year, because of the sacrifices that we have made this year and this year alone, and the sacrifices that we are continuing to make to stop being consumers and start saving and investing, so that on the back end, we'll reap the benefits of the sacrifice that we're doing in saving our money in gold. And so when people say that this thing don't work, you know what I mean? All the excuses that people talk about. There's too many people within Karatbars that says this thing works. Because I remember in the beginning when I registered, got a VIP package, and I just sat idle by, started listening to a lot of negative people and backlash of people talking about it was a scam and all of this good stuff, and I just fell off the map with it. Well, little did I know that even while I was entertaining negativity and not busy building my business, what I began to discover was the business was working for me, and I didn't even realize it was working. Tanisha hit me up. I think she inboxed me or texted me, because she's always inboxing and texting everybody, right? She hit me up and told me, she said, you're sitting on about $750 in your back office right now. So at the time, I needed some money. So I jumped in my back office and I started looking for that $750. Well, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I hit her back. I was like, I don't see the $750 that you're talking about. And she kind of giggled a little bit and said, well, it's there. You just got to work your side of the business. I had been sitting on answered prayer the whole time. I mean, how you going to be praying for an opportunity? God done already answered the prayer, but then you don't do nothing with it. That's crazy. You know, the word says that he giveth us power to get wealth. He give us power to get wealth. And I had been sitting on a money system. The whole time, and I'm praying to God to bless me financially. Now, the thing is, many of you are asking God to bless you with a financial opportunity. And here it is right here. We have a T-shirt out now. We've been trying to tell y'all about Karatbars. We've been trying to tell y'all. But many people, because they're not trained to see answered prayer, we miss out on a lot of opportunities. What do you mean? We missed out on Apple. How many of y'all wish you would have got in on Apple when it first got started? Apple and Microsoft, Google, Amazon. They call the man from Amazon crazy. Now finally we have a competitor of somebody that calls Walmart and did not sleep at night. Remember, for a long time, Walmart, you know, they were the #1 competitor. Nobody could compete with them. Now Walmart is making them change the way they do business. Bill Gates with Microsoft basically said if your business is not connected to the internet in some shape, form, or fashion, you won't be in business very long. And we find that to be true. And so that's what I love about Karatbars International, because we're operating in over 125 plus countries, and we're adding countries daily. We have countries even right now that are negotiating with our CEO about making our KaratGold a part of their currency. This is how big this thing is. Karatbars, at the end of the day, Karatbars will be a household name, and it will be far bigger than Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, than all of those. So you're sitting on the opportunity of the next big thing. Will you miss it? Or will you get up off the seat of your do-nothing and take advantage of a free opportunity? Yeah, it costs you nothing to get in. And at the end of the day, by the time everything is said and done, even when you invest in a business package, which is a tax write-off, you'll discover you started a home-based business practically for free. The money that I've already put in, I've already made that money back and some. And God knows, woo! Just wait till the skyrocket of these coins start going up. And just to think, all I did was took advantage of a free opportunity. I don't even remember watching the video until after I actually signed up. My wife and Tanisha was already working a business together, and I already knew her grind and everything. So I just took her at her word and went ahead and registered for the free gold savings account. And I jumped out there and got a VIP. I used my income tax money at the time and invested in a VIP package that is still paying dividends to this very day. We really can't explain this thing to you. It's just so off the chain. You got to get involved and you got to get plugged in to know everything that's going on. It is mind-blowing. It is so mind-blowing. It'll keep you awake at night. Thinking about the position that we're in and the fact that we are trying our best to get this word out. If you remember when Bitcoin first came out, nobody knew anything about it. And they really wasn't telling anybody. But our company is rewarding us for getting this word out. It's called network marketing. That's right, word of mouth. All businesses grow by word of mouth, and our company is rewarding us. See, when you go to your latest restaurant that just opened up down the street, you know what I mean, and you go in there and you really enjoy yourself, they got some good food, they got good service, and then you posting on Facebook, even while you there, talking about how good the service is, how good the food is, they got nice looking waitresses and for you ladies, waiters and whatever, you know what I mean, and you go tell people, and then people start coming to that restaurant. They start coming to that restaurant. But guess what? The restaurant is growing. They're making money. They're making profits, but they have never rewarded you for going to go spread the word. But here in Karatbars International, we get rewarded every time we invite someone else to open up a free gold savings account, acquire a business package, set up their KYC, and then set up their auto exchange where they're automatically saving either weekly, every 2 weeks, or every month. And then even then, during that time, they're still accumulating more gold. Every time we duplicate this simple process, we get paid. And the crazy part about it is, the last I checked, it was 22 different ways to get paid. We've increased the number of streams of income through this one system called Karatbars Universe. But you got to get plugged in. You got to get plugged in so you can see how this thing works, how it operates, how we're talking about moving money. For instance, if you had $10,000 and you go put $10,000 in the bank right now, Then Tanisha Glassby comes behind me and tells the bank, I want to borrow $10,000 to start a business. What they going to do once she qualifies for the loan is they going to take the same $10,000 that I just put in the bank and they going to give it to her. They going to turn around and charge her interest off of the money that she just got out of bank that I just put in the bank. Now, ain't that crazy? So they making money off the money that I put in the bank, and then at the end of the day, when they're making their profits, guess how much they going to give me? They not giving me anything. So in other words, by having your money simply sitting in the bank or sitting in a 401k, there's hundreds of people making thousands and millions of dollars off your money, and you ain't getting nothing. We're being robbed. We're being robbed by the system of the Federal Reserve, the creature from Jekyll Island that was created in 1913 on the island Jekyll Island here in Georgia. This is the system we've been operating off of all of these years, and they still what it's called legalized theft is what it is, legalized theft. But Karatbars have created a system that as we move the money through this system, we all reap the benefits. We all reap the benefits. Did you hear what I said? We all reap the benefits.